Welcome to my channel. If you love sci-fi stories, you're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button and watch to the end. Satellite orbiting Earth went silent. Not one failed, not one exploded, they simply paused. For 3 long seconds, humanity lost its eyes in space. Internet speeds dropped. Global positioning systems froze. Pilots radioed in confused reports of blank radar. Then, as quickly as it had happened, everything resumed, except one thing had changed. A low, pulsing frequency echoed across satellite networks. Hidden in the static was a repeating message: "We are returning now." Scientists at international observatories tried to decrypt the transmission, but the frequency was laced with quantum interference. Intelligence agencies scrambled, emergency protocols were triggered, and yet, the incident was kept out of the media, until a whistleblower from a European satellite firm leaked the original audio clip online. Within hours, it went viral. The signal was chilling, otherworldly, mechanical yet alive. People argued online about whether it was a prank, a deepfake, or proof of alien life. Conspiracy forums exploded. TV anchors laughed nervously. But in the war rooms of world governments, there was no laughter. Because classified files showed this wasn't the first time Earth had heard that signal. It had been recorded once before, in 1960. And now, exactly 1 century later, it was back. By January 3, the world's skies had become haunted. Civilian videos flooded the net. Massive, dark triangular objects floating silently above skyscrapers, mountain ranges, and remote deserts. They didn't glow, they didn't move, they just watched, and then vanished without trace. In Tokyo, a businessman captured footage of one hovering above the Shinjuku skyline. In Berlin, a child pointed to a triangle suspended in fog. In Sao Paulo, traffic stopped as drivers stared at one reflecting the city lights with a mirror-like hull. All across the globe, people began to report an eerie sensation, a pull in their chest, a faint vibration under their skin, like the air itself was charged, listening. Then came the first verified scientific confirmation. An observatory buried deep in the Andes Mountains detected an object parked in low solar orbit, hiding just outside Earth's regular detection zone. Massive, silent, cloaked from conventional optics. Not a natural asteroid, not a rogue satellite, too big to be a ship, too still to be a moon. They named it the Ark, and from the shadows it cast, the world knew one truth: something was out there. And it wasn't waiting. On January 6, the Ark made its first move. At exactly 4 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, every digital device on Earth was hijacked. Screens flickered, audio systems screamed with static, power grids dipped. Then, images flooded every channel. A world in flames, massive cities turned to ash, a red sky choking on smoke. Then, from the darkness, a face appeared, not human. Angular, glowing eyes, a being of metal and shadow. And then, a voice. Deep, ancient, and filled with purpose. Greater than, "Your time has overlapped with ours. We are the Elarian. This world was once ours. We will reclaim it." No introduction, no dialogue, no request, just notice. And a final message flashed across all screens. Countdown, 10 days. The message disappeared as suddenly as it came. Phones rebooted, satellites realigned, but fear had already settled in. No one slept that night. As panic grew across the globe, a covert task force initiated an emergency response, hybrid protocol. For decades, secret agencies had been preparing for this day. Deep beneath major cities, research teams had been studying alien materials discovered during past meteor crashes and ancient ruins. DNA strands, biomachinery, strange black crystals that seemed to whisper when touched. In 2042, a breakthrough occurred. Gene splicing that allowed alien code to bond with human biology. The result was a new kind of being, enhanced, perceptive, different. These modified children were raised in isolation, monitored, and trained. They were never told the truth, only that one day, the world would need them. That day had come. They were called hybrids. Each one carried latent abilities: electromagnetic sensitivity, advanced memory recall, light manipulation, and even psychic resonance. They weren't weapons, they were translators, bridges between 2 worlds. And among them, one stood out. Nova Hale, 17, quiet, focused, feared even by her own handlers. The only one whose blood reacted violently to alien tech. The only one with direct neural patterns matching Elarian design. And according to old encrypted scrolls, the only one they called the Seed. On day 7 of the countdown, Nova and 3 other hybrids, Kai, Tech Empath, Rhea, Lightbender, and Sol, Sonic Amplifier, were deployed to a remote Arctic facility. Buried beneath the ice was an abandoned excavation site where alien ruins had been unearthed. Cold winds howled. Drones hovered overhead. The deeper they descended into the glacier, the more unstable the readings became. And then, they found it. A chamber, metallic and humming. Inside it stood a tall, biomechanical being. Its body shifting like liquid armor, its face a glowing mask of shifting runes. It didn't attack. It observed. Then it spoke, but not with sound. The words entered Nova's mind directly. Greater than, you carry the seed. You are not theirs. You are ours. Nova staggered backward, overwhelmed by the voice's presence. Her heartbeat synced with the being's pulse. Her skin glowed faintly. She could feel the machine's thoughts, an ancient sadness, a broken memory. The Watcher was not here to destroy. It was here to reclaim. By day 6, the world was unraveling. World leaders gathered in secret chambers. Some demanded a full-scale counterattack, nuclear launch, orbital defense systems, anti-satellite strikes. Others pleaded for communication, negotiation, surrender if necessary. Global alliances fractured. Meanwhile, cities experienced strange phenomena. Birds migrating the wrong way, auroras appearing at noon, time glitches caught on security cameras. Reality itself felt distorted. The hybrids watched helplessly as humanity tore itself apart. Nova, now linked to the Watcher, began seeing things no one else could. Fragments of memory, pieces of another timeline, voices whispering through stone. She realized the Elarian weren't just returning, they were correcting something. Earth was never supposed to be like this. The timeline had shifted, a fracture had occurred long ago. And now, the Ark was here to fix it, by any means necessary. That night, a new message echoed across the sky, spoken through thunder and fire. Greater than, the reckoning begins. Nova stood on the rooftop of the Arctic facility, staring up into the clouds. Something massive moved behind them. And it was getting closer. Nova stood alone outside the Arctic base as the sky rippled with strange light. The Watcher, still inside, had gone silent after uttering its last message. Greater than, the seed must awaken before day 0. Back at Global HQ, panic grew. Earth's government launched stealth drones toward the Ark. Every drone disintegrated mid-air, no explosions, just vanished. Nova felt it in her chest. A countdown. Something inside her was sinking with the Ark's core. The hybrids gathered around her, worried. Then the ground trembled. Dozens of Watchers rose across Earth, one in the Amazon, one near the Himalayas, and one deep in the ocean. They didn't attack. They formed a global triangle, radiating energy. The message was clear. They were building something. While the hybrids debated what to do, Nova received a private call from General Pierce, leader of Earth's unified defense. He had once helped train her. He offered her a deal. Greater than, come to the orbital station. We have a device that can amplify your power. You could end this before day 0. Rhea warned her it was a trap. Kai disagreed. Sol remained quiet. Nova made the choice. She went. On the orbital station, Pierce greeted her with a smile. You're humanity's only chance, he said. But as Nova was strapped into the energy amplifier, her mind screamed. The machine didn't enhance her, it extracted the seed. The general had betrayed her. He planned to use the seed's core to overwrite the alien signal and launch a global EMP, wiping out every Watcher. They brought this war, he said coldly. We're finishing it, alien tech. It destabilized time itself. The Elarian weren't invading. They were preventing a timeline collapse triggered by Earth's past nuclear experiments. The Ark was here to reset the broken path. Nova was the reset key. If the general used her seed to shut him down, all timelines would collapse. Earth would be erased. Kai, Rhea, and Sol launched a desperate rescue mission to the station. As the team breached the orbital station, alarms blared. Nova, barely conscious, whispered to Kai, the seed, it's not just in me. It's us. All of us. The others placed their hands on her. The hybrid connection surged. The seed reactivated, stronger, brighter. The device exploded. General Pierce was thrown into the void of space. But the damage was done. The Ark began descending into Earth's orbit. Countdown, 60 minutes. Nova received one final vision, 2 futures. One where Earth fought the Elarian and was destroyed. One where Earth joined them and evolved. She had to choose. The Ark released its forces, massive biomechanical guardians that descended like giants of light and shadow. Earth's militaries responded with everything: tanks, jets, orbital missiles. A full-scale global war erupted across skies, seas, and cities. Nova and the hybrids joined the battlefield, turning the tide. Her powers now allowed her to bend space, phase through time, even slow down explosions. She reached the final Watcher, standing at the center of a massive crater. "Greater than, what do I do?" she asked. The Watcher replied, "Greater than, you don't fight us. You complete us." Then, everything stopped. The world froze. Time paused. Nova stood inside a white void. Before her appeared Nova Hale, older, scarred, wearing alien armor. Her future self. "Greater than, you already chose this path," the older Nova said. "You chose to become part of the Ark, not destroy it." "Greater than, but why?" Nova asked. "Greater than, because humanity's survival doesn't mean staying human. It means evolving." The twist hit like lightning. Nova wasn't Earth's defender, she was its next form. The seed didn't protect the world. It rewrote it. The countdown hit 0. The Ark opened. Light consumed the Earth. But instead of death, the planet changed. Skies turned golden, oceans calmed, cities rebuilt themselves with glowing architecture. Disease vanished. Time flowed differently. Humanity became something new, merged with energy, light, memory. Nova stood at the center, no longer a girl. She had become the bridge. And in the distance, other arcs awakened across the galaxy. Earth was just the beginning. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button for more content like this.